Hey, let's talk about the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, is an international instrument adopted by the Assembly General of the United Nations on the 10th of December 1948 in Paris. This happened as UN member states noticed that the UN Charter of 1945, adopted to deal with the aftermath of the Second World War atrocities, did not clearly define the fundamental rights mentioned therein. The whole idea of human rights stems from the sacrosanct principle of human dignity and equality of all as reminded in the preamble of the Declaration. By the way, did you know that UDHR, together with the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and the International Covenant on Social, Economic, and Cultural Rights, constitute the International Bill of Human Rights? According to the book Guinness of Records, published in 2009, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was the most translated document in the world, as it is available in more than 370 languages. Maybe you should check whether it is available in your own language. Of course, you can do that later. Today, I would like to give a highlight of the 30 articles of UDHR with the hope that it could be helpful for a smooth understanding of these very important instruments. To facilitate our understanding, it would be easier to remember the UDHR as a building. Let's call it the human rights edifice. As such, this edifice has a foundation, pillars, and a pediment. Our human rights edifice is built on two bedrocks, the bedrock of equality and the bedrock of non-discrimination. You can find this respectively in Article 1, which states that all human beings are born free and equal in right and dignity, and in Article 2 that reads, everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind. This edifice has four pillars. The first pillar consists of general individual rights, such as our right to life, our right to physical integrity, our right to a remedy by an effective, competent national tribunal when these rights are violated. The full list of the rights under this pillar can be found in Article 3 through Article 11. The second pillar, which goes from Article 12 to Article 17, consecrates civil and political rights. For instance, Article 12 protects against arbitrary interference with one's privacy, family, home, and correspondence. This pillar also includes rights such as our rights to movement, our rights to nationality, our right to marriage, and so on and so forth. The third pillar concerns spiritual, public, and political freedoms. This pillar includes, for instance, one's freedom of thoughts, freedom of religion, freedom of opinion and expression, freedom of association, our right to participate in our country's government. For instance, Article 19 emphasizes the freedom to hold opinion without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. The fourth pillar declares social and economic rights, which includes, among other things, the right to work and salary, the right to education, the right to food, the right to clothing, the right to housing, and the right to medical care. The fourth pillar covers Articles 22 through Article 27. However, the Declaration does not just provide for rights and freedoms. As said by John Stuart Mill, one's rights and freedoms end where another's begin. This is captured by the provision of duties for the right bearers to the society. For instance, Article 30 prohibits the use of someone's rights and freedoms to harm another person or the use of those rights and freedoms against the purpose of the United Nations. This constitutes the pediment that protects the peaceful enjoyment of UDHR rights and freedoms by everyone in the society. Before I finish, I have one bad news and two good news. Let's start with the bad news so that we can have a happy end. The bad news is that the declaration is just a declaration. This means that it is not binding. The signatories may enforce it or not. But the good news are, 1, most of UN member states have codified rights and freedoms provided in UDHR in their respective constitutions. This gives these rights and freedoms a constitutional force in each of these countries. The second news is that the UN adopted in 1966 two covenants: the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and the International Covenant on Social, Economic, and Cultural Rights. These two covenants have been ratified by many countries and are binding. Therefore, they confer a binding force to the rights and freedoms contained in UDHR pillars we have just discussed. Now, let's have 3 questions as homework. Question number 1. Can you find whether there exists a version of UDHR in your own language? Question number 2. Can you identify which rights and freedoms declared in UDHR have been enshrined in your country's constitution? And question number 3. Can you find out whether your country is a member state to the two covenants? Thanks for watching this video.